Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel for e-learning. In this video lecture, I am going to explain the design aspects of jigs and fixture. Before talking about the design aspects, first we will define jigs and fixtures. The jig may be defined as a device which holds the workpiece and locates the workpiece and guides the cutting tool for a specific operations. Normally, jigs are not fixed to the machine tool. So this figure shows the jig. This is workpiece and this is cutting tool. The jig is used to hold and locate the workpiece. At the same time, it's used to guide the cutting tool. Whereas the fixer is a device which holds the workpiece and locates the workpiece during manufacturing operations or sometimes during an inspections. The fixer does not guide the cutting tool. So normally the fixtures can be clamped on the machine table to hold the work in the positions. So this figure shows the fixture. This is workpiece and this is tool. The fixture is used to hold the workpiece only. It is not used to guide the cutting tool. So the jigs and fixtures are key factor to the industry in order to produce a component in large quantity with good accuracy. So that too at economical price. So while you design a jigs and fixtures, we need to follow the n number of fundamental principles. But keep in our mind that there is no hard and fast rule. The reason is most of the time the jig designer will come across a new type of problem on each component, but the basic guidelines or principle found to be a similar one. So anyhow, the particular jigs and fixtures should be designed, developed and manufactured in such a way that it should be very optimum one regarding its cost, regarding its operations, regarding its simplicity and regarding its use of standard parts. So let us discuss some design concepts which will be very useful in analyzing, understanding, designing and manufacturing the jigs and fixtures. So this slide shows the general framework for understanding design of jigs and fixtures. That means we need to carry out product analysis, operation analysis, mission analysis, operator analysis, and cost analysis. So in order to get optimum designs. So let us discuss them in detail. So the jigs and fixtures design system is shown in this slide. As mentioned in the earlier slide, now we are going to analyze these things for getting tentative jigs and fixture design. The first analysis is product analysis. In this analysis, we have to consider the raw material properties, how many components to be manufactured, that is the quantity and quality requirements. While doing such analysis, some ideas may be rejected, some ideas may be reconsiderable for doing product analysis again in order to get the tentative design concepts. Now, with these tentative design concepts, move ahead for operation analysis. So in the operation analysis, we have to consider what are the operations to be performed, at what sequence we have to perform the operations. Sometimes we can think about the combination of the operations so that we can reduce loading and unloading and handling time. While do operation analysis, some ideas may be rejected and some ideas may be reconsidered for operation analysis in order to get tentative design concepts. So with these tentative design concepts, let us have the machine analysis. So in the machine analysis, in we should know what are the machines are available for the particular operation, what is the limitation of the machines, Or what about the setting time and cutting time? All the things we need to know. When we do so, some of the ideas may be rejected, some of the ideas may be reconsidered again for machine analysis in order to get tentative design concepts. So with this tentative design concepts, move ahead for operator analysis. So in operator analysis, to handling various machines and various operations, what type of operator is needed? That is, skilled labor is needed, or semi-skilled labor is needed, or unskilled labor is needed. So while doing such analysis, some ideas may be rejected and some ideas may be reconsidered for operator analysis again in order to get tentative design concepts. So the tentative design concepts, what we obtained after product analysis, operation analysis, mission analysis, and operator analysis, these are all input for cost analysis. So cost analysis involves cost of manufacturing jigs and fixtures, and it's also include maintenance cost of jigs and fixtures. So this analysis leads an alternative design to select the optimum one. So this is the way you can generate the jigs and fixtures design ideas. But there is a developed practice, and that certain principles and well established methods are to be followed in designing jigs and fixtures. Now let us discuss the essential factors should be considered in designing jigs and fixtures. So these are the different factors we need to consider: component, capacity of the machines, production requirements, locations, and so on. First one is the component. First, we have to study the design of component very carefully. That is, what are the various operations involved and the correct sequence of operations. Then plan in such a way that more number of operations should be performed in a single setting. The next one is the capacity of the machines. Here we have to check the type of machine which is used to perform the machining operations and capacity of the machines. That is, possibility and limitation of machine usage. The next one is production requirement. Before finalizing the types of jigs and fixtures, the production requirement should be known so that we can go for manual tooling arrangements or semi-automatic tooling arrangements. The next principle is to consider is location. Location means dimensional and proportional relationship between the workpiece and cutting tool. Hence, provide proper facilities for locating the workpiece for easy and quick loading, so that we can save time to place the workpiece in proper position. Also, it should be very clear that what type of locating methods and how many locating points we use, that should be clearly defined. So in addition to this, we need to consider these requirements, that is loading and unloading arrangements and foolproofing requirement. Loading and unloading of the components should be quick and simple manner. So we can provide hooks or handle if the parts of jigs and fixtures have to be lifted or moved by the operators. The foolproof requirement is one important one. The jigs and fixtures permit us to use unskilled operator. Hence, care must be taken to ensure the workpiece is loaded in correct positions or not. So here, foolproof concept is used to ensure by means of providing foolproof pin. So now you think of inserting SIM card into the mobile phone. I think no one will make a mistake. Whether the person is having high skill or the person is having no skill will not make any mistakes while inserting SIM card because of foolproof concept given in the mobile phone. Now see this figure. This is the way we have to load the component. Sometimes because we are using unskilled labor, sometimes in this manner the workpiece will be loaded. Suppose the foolproof pin is provided here, then the operator will always load the component in this manner only. So the foolproof requirement which ensures the correct portion of the parts or it prevent the incorrectly loaded parts. Then in addition to this, we need to consider clamp arrangements, clearance between jigs and the component. So clamping is very important to hold the workpiece effectively. The clamping arrangement should be as simple as possible. So try to avoid complicated clamping arrangements. So we can use quick acting clamp to avoid delay in clamping and unclamping of the workpiece. So one important point is clamping is that clamping should be always arranged directly above the points supporting the work so that we can eliminate the distortions. See this picture, the first two pictures, clamping is not provided above the points. You just imagine the simply supported beam which is carrying point load at its midpoint, or cantilever beam which is carrying point load at its free end. How the beam is deflected, the similar manner the workpiece will be distorted because of the clamping arrangements is not directly above the supporting points. Whereas at this picture, the clamping is arranged just above the supporting points so that the workpiece will not be distorted. The next factor is the clearance between jigs and the component. So it is necessary to provide sufficient clearance between the workpiece and jig body. So in order to accommodate variety of workpiece size. So it is also required for chip removal. Similarly, proper clearance allows the operator to move his hand for facilitating parts to be easily placed in jigs and fixtures and after machining it can be removed easily. The next factors to be considered are rigidity, vibration and ejectors. Uh, the jigs and fixtures should have sufficient rigidity so that they can withstand the intermittent cut at rapid rate. Similarly, the jigs and fixtures should not vibrate because the vibration may lead to unwanted movement of the workpiece and tool. Then ejectors are used to remove the workpiece from close fitting locators. So especially the locator is nest type. So that these ejectors actually unloading the workpiece quickly. So see this picture. So this is the workpiece. This is the ejector. If you apply the force in this direction, so that it remove the workpiece easily. Similarly, this is that another ejector system. This is the workpiece. So when you apply the force in this direction, it will apply the force on the workpiece in this direction so that the workpiece will be removed quickly. The next factor to be considered are safety of the operator, sighting phases, material selection, and finally economical one. Safety of the operator, the finished jigs and fixtures design should be very safe to operate. The bolt and nut used in the jigs and fixtures should not protrude above the surface. All the sharp edges should be avoided for safety operations. If we use revolving fixtures, then guards should be provided. The next factor is the sighting faces. The surface which is to be machined clearly visible to the operators. Then material selection factor. The most widely used materials are steel and cast iron. So this depends upon the usage of jigs and fixtures and workpiece which it is to handle. Steel can be used for small and medium size work, whereas the cast iron can be used for large work. Then the final factor is the economical one. So this is the very important. It should be decided before making jigs and fixtures. The cost required to design and manufacturing the jigs and fixtures should be optimum one. So these are the various design principles we need to see commonly while designing jigs and fixtures. So that's all. Thank you for watching this video. So if you feel it is good, please like this video, subscribe this video and share this video. Thank you once again.